Hey folks, welcome to another Family Ministry Moment. Yes, this is another walking moment, but it's not a normal walking moment. You probably were like, well, looks like you're outside, could be anywhere. You're right, could be anywhere. Guess where I'm at? I'm in Kansas City. Pastor Tim took some of our church folks, some of our leadership to the Leadership Institute, Church of the Resurrection. It was one of the coolest experiences we've been to. But one of the coolest experiences I've been to while I've been at all this time in ministry. It was an amazing time of refreshment, renewal, and just learning. We got to connect with folks who have been doing ministry for a long, long time. Learn from folks who are doing ministry well, and it was just awesome. And so I decided I was gonna take a small walk and check out some of the area around here. I mean, when am I gonna get a chance to come back to Kansas City? So I figured I'll go for a bit of a walk and check out what's going on around here. And it's been amazing. You know, I had a lot of time to think over the last 4 days, and you know, I don't think we spend enough time as people preparing for the things that God has in store for us. And that's just something that kept kind of being made clear to me throughout the week, throughout the time that we were here. And, you know, God has amazing things in store for each of us. We always think that, you know, God's going to do amazing things through people who are in some sort of like service work, right? Whether they're serving at church or whether we're talking about, you know, folks in service where maybe in uniform, maybe be military service or police or EMTs, firefighters, you know, medical folks. We always think like service is going to be done by the folks who are in those positions, but in reality, God calls all of us who follow Christ into service, right? We are all touched by the Spirit. What's so cool is that the Holy Spirit moves in and through all of us. You know, we as Methodists believe in prevenient grace, in the grace of God that flows in and through all of us, even those who don't actually believe in God. You know, I was really challenged this week to think about the people in my life who I know do amazing things, who aren't even following God, who aren't Christians, but they do amazing work, and they're doing work to better the lives around them and to better the lives for the people around them. And these are folks that are touched by God. They just don't follow Jesus just yet. And I really felt urged to share the gospel with a lot of these folks who are just coming into my mind. I know it had to be God talking to me about them. And you know, I'm sure in your life there have been moments where you have been nudged by God to do a thing, but maybe you just weren't moved there just yet because your heart wasn't ready for it. You know, this week we have been just talking about how we need to prepare ourselves to do the work. You know, we need to rebuild from the inside to do the work, be prepared for the work God has in store for us. And I'm sure for each of you, there are moments where you felt you could have done something good for someone. Maybe you could have helped a person in your neighborhood. Maybe you could have reached out to a family member. Maybe you could have taken a brave step and supported somebody, but you just weren't in that place yet. Maybe you weren't ready mentally, emotionally, financially. But honestly, God calls us to take that brave step onward, to do the thing, to do the right thing, to do the kind thing, the loving thing. You know, Christ calls us to do unto others. And so my encouragement to you this week is to, you know, our hearts need to get prepared. So I want all of us to start doing more of that. You know, start getting your hearts prepared to be able to do the work when God calls us to do it. Because we never know when it's going to happen. We never feel prepared enough. And I'm telling you right now, you're there. You're prepared. And listen to that nudge, listen to that moment, listen to the movement that the Spirit's doing for you, and do the thing, do the right thing, and do the thing you need to do that God is calling you to do. So I hope to catch you guys at church on Sunday for another beautiful morning of worship. And so this is Manu talking to you from Kansas City, hoping to connect with all y'all as soon as we get back to church.